For the most part in my life, I have thought that this life that I'm currently living is quite pointless. And I genuinely do mean that. I think ever since I was 9 years old, probably before that even, let's just say shit hit the fan, and ever since then I have been quite a miserable person. And I think if you are watching this video, perhaps you can relate to that feeling of pointlessness, at least to a certain extent. Perhaps you could relate to it more than even I can relate. And the way I see it, the pointless feeling, at least back then, the way I saw it was that the pointless feeling was completely unnecessary and I had absolutely no reason to feel it whatsoever. You know how our parents say that, at least when we were young, you know how our parents say that you have no reason to be depressed, you have all the reasons to be happy, so you should be happy. But the thing is, that's not how humans work. You do not work like that. Even if there are millions of reasons to be happy, for whatever reasons we fixate, we hyperfixate on those small reasons to be not so happy. They do say where our attention goes, energy flows. So we just so happen to put our energy, just to attend our focus onto those specific events, specific memories and whatnot. That just so happens to be negative, and that kind of screws us up. It's not pleasant. It 100% isn't pleasant. But we do it for whatever strange and pathetic reason. Perhaps not pathetic, but you get what I mean, hopefully. And yeah, I did that for a long time. I kept on placing my attention in these things, in these events, in these memories, in these objects that kept on bringing me negativity. And once I realized I was doing that, I tried my best to not do that. I kept on thinking positively. Okay, let's do this, which is positive, that, blah, blah, blah. You know, positive thinking, positive affirmations, journaling, and yeah, none of it worked. I'm just going to be straight up honest. None of it helped me in the slightest. I think it can help a lot of people, but it did not help me. It definitely did not help me. Yeah, so I think the main reason why it did not help me was because for me it was never about thinking positively. It was never about positivity to begin with. And what I mean by that is that for me it was never about being more positive. I did not need to be more positive in order to fix my own shit, but rather I had to face up to my own bullshit in order to clean up my own shit. So in a sense, I had to embrace the negativity, the darkness. Carl Jung calls this the shadow self. So I guess I had to, if you want to be very scientific, or rather very psychological, call it the shadow self. I had to confront my own shadow self. And the shadow self in itself is not entirely filled with all of your flaws and bad aspects about yourself. It's just filled with all of the aspects about yourself that you just consciously do not know. And I had to do that. And I still do that to this day. I think it's a lifelong journey. It's not like a magic bullet that you swallow once and then you're done with it. I don't think that's how it works. And the main reason I say that is because I have lived that life. I have tried to believe that confronting the deepest inner aspects of yourself is just You do it once and then you're done with it. It's like a magic bullet. I thought it was a magic bullet, but apparently no, it's something that you do for your entire life. And you keep on doing it until the day you die. And the main reason you do it until the day you die is because until the day you die, you have countless opportunities to improve as a person. Every passing second, you can improve. And I truly do believe that. So, the way I see it, what helped me get out of that depression was to do my very best, even if I failed, to do my very best, even if I failed, to improve every single day. And the main way I did that was by confronting the subconscious part of me that's let's just say is responsible for all of that negativity. And at first, when I tried doing this, I thought it was going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be very easy, very pleasant, but in reality, it's much more. Let's just say, what's the word? It's very terrifying. It wasn't sad or anything, it was just terrifying. Because it's kind of like I lost myself a bit. It's not like I lost myself. It's like when you're doing this, it's like you lose yourself. The person that you once knew you were is no longer, as you confront all of these other aspects of yourself which you are not even consciously aware of. So it's like it's like you're discovering a completely new person, and that's terrifying because you're discovering you. And that was what was most terrifying for me. However, if you can go through the terror just long enough to find something new that can help you, then I think it's worth it. I genuinely do think it's worth it. So yeah, I don't know for what reason you're watching this video or for what reason you even clicked on this video in the first place. But if you have made it this far in this video, then thank you, and I hope you can find something new. And I truly do mean it, because whether we like to admit it or not, our problems are a result of not the things that we know, but rather the things that we do not know. Just think about it. Our problems, like if we knew the solution, if we knew everything about ourselves, we would not have problems anymore. Or at least to a certain extent, psychological problems. Or at least most psychological problems we would not have. However, what if we don't know something about ourselves? Then it becomes incredibly more difficult to, in a self, improve as a person and to fix our own problems, because those key missing pieces are, well, missing. That final piece of the puzzle is missing. So what you have to do is to find these puzzle pieces, and to do that you have to step into the unknown. And the unknown is not a very pleasant place to be in. However, it's also the only place to be in to discover the possibilities of life. Therefore, in a sense, it's kind of a contradictory place. In one sense, it's very pleasant because you can find all of the possibilities that exist. However, in the other side, it's also very unpleasant because you have no idea what's happening. However, if you can go through that sensation, if you can go through that place, or rather, if you can stay in that place long enough to find the solution, then you'll be, I can't think of anything, then you'll be good. It's like that chicken, that goose that laid the golden eggs. Yeah, just like that, you found that golden egg laying goose. Or was it a duck? Okay, I don't remember exactly what species of animal it was, but let's just say if you can stay in that place of uncertainty long enough, then mark my words, you will find something equivalent to that golden egg laying goose. And I truly do mean that. So, yeah, I hope you do exactly that, and I hope the best for your life.